Hello everyone, this is Dr.G.Anita Hebsiba, Department of Chemistry, Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Clothing industry is a very famous industry which humankind needs. You cannot imagine a life without clothing industry. But there are many misplaced perspectives or myths which is prevailing among the customers due to lack of knowledge about the truth. So, based on the most common topics of conversation, here is a collection of mythbusters about various aspects in clothing industry. First myth is about recycling of old clothes. The last few years, there has been a significant development in the fashion industry, but it is also time to take note of the negative environmental and societal effects of this industry, which seems to be getting out of control. Some of the biggest retail fashion names have launched take back programs. That is, clothes collection have been popped up in most of the developed Western countries, where consumers were are encouraged to donate all unwanted products so that they can be given a new purpose, and in some cases by giving discounts on future purchases too. Most often, the economics of recycling simply makes it cheaper to send these collected garments to developing countries all across the globe. That's because recycling clothes in the true sense into other textiles, that is particularly new clothes, is costly, difficult and tedious too. So as per the environmentalist Elizabeth Klein, it would take H&M more than a decade to recycle what it sells in a matter of days. Once it is shipped to a different country, the most simple option is to dump into landfills, which is very rampant in developing nations in Asia, Africa, and South America. Our responsibility thus goes a long way beyond simply donating our clothes. The second myth: it is commonly perceived that recycling is a simple process, but however, in reality, it is the opposite. The complexity comes when manufacturing of clothes happens from blended fibers. So such blends are different to break down easily. They have to be separated and then they have to be recycled. And if a heap of clothes with a mix of unknown blends are made into recycle, it downcycles the quality of the end product too. Commercially viable solutions for recycling are not easily available. To give perspective, it may take an H&M a few decades to recycle the clothes that it sells in a few days. So such perspectives, although ignored, are very important when you make a guilt-free purchase under clothes buyback schemes. Often donation is a very effective method of guilt riddance. Whenever a typical upper or middle class family donates their clothes to their mates with a satisfied sense, most often these clothes end up with a chindiwala. In a typical chindi bazaar, the first round of buyers are typically middlemen who pick up the best quality of the lot and resell the garments to in nearby towns, small shops, or on footpath. The next set of customers are typically the workers, laborers, truck drivers, and nearby slum dwellers who get the garments for a slightly cheaper price since the best ones are already taken away. So often the unusable and non-wearable clothes or the clothes are downcycled into racks for cleaning purpose and are thrown away as garbage after one-time use in industry, which ultimately finds its way into landfills. The next myth is about upcycled products. It may commonly be perceived that a new product is good for you, but any garment manufacturer would tell you that even a simple t-shirt goes through multiple hands that is before it reaches us, not to mention tens of people who would have even worn it for trial purpose. We also often tend to ignore the future environmental impact of a new garment purchase, especially in terms of its supply chain or disposal. This is specifically applicable for synthetic garments too. Often we come across customers who raise eyebrows when they get to know that our products are upcycled from second-hand jeans. On the other hand, there are many customers who acknowledge that our products look just as a virgin material product. This is because high attention is given by us to hygiene and washing procedures. This is our utmost priority to ensure that the customer views an upcycled product of par with a virgin material product. The next myth: transparency in fashion has been non existent. The only tool to know the source where the garment was produced is the made in label, which can also be deceiving sometimes. At times, 80% of a garment can be produced in a poorer country and then the balance 20% is finished in a more developed country, thereby enhancing the perception of the product using made in that particular country's tag. Further, majority of the brands do not have their own manufacturing setup. This results in products settling at a significant markup over the manufacturing cost due to high distribution and retailing margins. In addition, pricing competition ensures that labor cost remains cheap. Thank you.